Hello, my name is Zohel Sparks, and this is my research project presentation for the Undergraduate Research Symposium 2023, Bird Calls in a Loud World, the Effects of Noise Pollution on Birds of the Willamette River. An introduction to this topic, our world is very loud. Train whistles, passing cars, jets, planes, pedestrians, bicycles, factories. These are just some of the sources of anthropogenic noise pollution, or ANP as I will be referring to it. This type of pollution can negatively impact both the humans producing the sound and the plants and animals surrounding them. So in this study, I set out to observe the effects of varying levels of ANP on some animals that we know and love, birds, and subsequently their calls. My research question was pretty simple. How does anthropogenic noise pollution affect bird species diversity along the Willamette River? Now let's get into methods. First, I chose 3 separate locations on the Willamette riverbank in Eugene, each with increasing levels of ANP. You can see these 3 separate locations on the map in the corner of the poster. Next, I recorded approximately 5 minutes of sound data using the app Hokasai 2 and the Dayton Audio IMM-6 calibrated microphone in each location 4 weeks in a row. While recording, I wrote down bird species identified via both sight and sound. And after, I analyzed data for average power density in the software Raven Light and took the average of the number of species I identified in my field notebook. The results surprised me. Despite being chosen for the lowest ANP levels on average throughout the day, location 1 had the highest average power density. The higher the power density, i.e. the closer it is to 0, the more noise is present. Location 1 also had the highest average species count of 5.5 species heard on average. Location 2, chosen for the medium levels of ANP, had both the lowest average power density and the lowest average species count of 3.75 species heard. Location 3, with the highest level of ANP, had the most medium average power density and the most medium average species density of 4 species heard per time. As far as limitations go, there were many. There were a lot of variables within this experiment. External ANP like passing bicycles, varying weather, and train and construction sounds all affected the noise levels in different ways at each location. Similarly, only 4 weeks of data were able to be collected and only by 1 collector. This deserves way more data by way more people. In the way of conclusions, there's not really a conclusion for this study. ANP levels do have a correlation with bird call frequency and species diversity, and it's safe to assume that higher levels of ANP do have a negative effect on bird species diversity in Eugene, but further study is required. Much more study is necessary to make this a solid scientific topic because of the limitations previously discussed. This is not a conclusive research study because of the limitations and external factors present. However, there is a correlation between ANP levels and bird call frequency. I'd like to thank Professor Lisa Munger, who teaches the Honors College 301 class Backyard Soundscapes that this research project was a part of. I'd also like to thank the Clark Honors College, the Institute of Neuroscience, and UR Libraries for funding the project. Thank you.